Hi guys, I'm Megan Lane, the intuitive actress, and I just wanted to talk to you all real quickly about the upcoming eclipse, which is a hot topic right now, which is, depending on where you live in the world, either the 8th or 9th of March, and this particular eclipse is in Pisces. So Pisces is the last sign in the zodiac, and it tends to be a very psychic, very introspective, very dreamlike time. So um, pay attention to your dreams. I know I've been having very bizarre dreams and very intense dreams for the last several nights. And when I've been waking up, I've been even feeling like they were real. And then I woke up and it's like it takes me a couple minutes to shake out of it. It's so intense. So it'd be a really great time to be keeping a dream journal and be paying attention to what our subconscious mind is trying to tell us about what's important and what it means a lot to us. A lot of this moon across the board, not depending on astrology, but across the board with everyone, is really showing us what we hold dear to our heart, what's important to us now. Also, a lot of things coming to light that we thought we knew, and then we're finding out are different than what we thought. So, like, for example, I thought I needed glasses for 3 years because I was told that I did in a old optometry appointment, and I went to a really high-rated optometrist recently, and guess what? I don't need glasses, according to them. I don't need them at all. And I find myself only wearing them if I'm reading a lot or staring at a screen, and even then I can't tell a big difference with or without them. So that was a big revelation. Just a lot of things like that that's like, oh, I thought it was this and now it's this. And it's things we've been feeling deep down intuitively anyway that are coming to light. But if you want to take a look more in depth of what this moon might mean to your sign, go and see where your Pisces is in your individual chart. You can run them for free on lots of sites on the internet. You can say, look up free chart and put in your birthday, time, and location where you were born. And it'll show you where your chart is. And then you look for the Pisces symbol and you look for where that falls on the chart. So whether that be, which house it's in. Also, you can just look at, if there's tons of videos online. I can link a couple of them below that I looked at today that talk about which houses are affected in what ways. Like, for example, Libra's Pisces is falling in their 5th house. So this change, I'm a Libra, this change could be about a lot about children, a lot about taking on that kind of responsibility, children and creativity. So Libras are getting a big creative push this month. And the moons are really affecting that 5th house. Like, oh, I need to do more creative work. Or if you work in the arts like me, it's like I really need to push forward in that area. So that's going to be different, affecting different houses depending on where yours falls. Also, take a look at your rising sign and your moon sign, because those will be really affected as well, where Pisces is for those signs. Other things about this, I've been noticing as a psychic, I'm not an astrologer, I've been noticing as an intuitive and a psychic and a card reader that the collective energy I've been feeling or seeing around is just a lot of people kind of hitting a wall. I talk about when that kind of happens energetically, where like a big collective consciousness does a big, huge push forward. And right now there is a lot of people kind of going through a gateway, so to speak. So what I mean by that is like a lot of crying spells. This is a very watery, because Pisces is a water sign, it's a very watery new moon, and it's a super moon on top of that, meaning it's when the moon in its orbit physically comes the closest to Earth that it does, and that amps up the energy. So if you are moon sensitive, like I'm crazy moon sensitive, a lot of you are, if you're watching this, it can make your PMS more intense, it can make your emotions more intense, it can make your psychic ability amp up. All of those watery qualities that can really be affected by this moon. So if you've been going on through crying spells and that's weird for you, or have been overly emotional, or just feeling really intensely about intuition stuff, it's probably the supermoon. You might be feeling the effects of it early, which the more sensitive you are, the more in advance you'll feel it. Like, I've been feeling it several weeks in advance. I'm just like, whew, here it comes, So try to work with that energy and don't push against it. Just know that that's what it is and be like, okay, extra energy, great. And then you know what to do with it. Use it well instead of dreading it or whatever. It's actually a pretty gentle eclipse. I mean, they're saying it is, but in the collective, I've been seeing people going, oh my God, I need to change my whole life. This is creating a lot of overhaul energy where people are just like, I'm done with that. And and they're really intensely moving forward. I'm seeing a lot of people ending long-term relationships that are not healthy. I've been seeing a lot of people getting on their own 2 feet and moving towards independence with this one. It's just things that have been nagging in your soul for a very long time are really coming out with this one. Like, okay, it's time to do what I've been feeling deep down for a very long time I have to do. And this is an extra push forward where you really feel the urgency to do so. And it's 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 pretty intense. It's not bad, but it's pretty intense. So try not to ignore those inner feelings that you've been having a long time. This is a great time to actually take action around it, and push forward through it. And we have more eclipses coming up. Next time it's the Aries slash Libra axes coming up. It'll really make us look at relationships and our relationships to things. This one, for me personally, has really changed. Has really, because I'm a Libra, it's really pushed forward the creative work. But also, for me, fifth house is like as children, and I might be getting a dog, maybe. So that would be like getting a baby for me at this point in my life. And then the like just a lot of changes for people. Even mild changes like that will change everything. It's like little changes that change everything else in your life with this eclipse. I have friends who are overhauling their health. I have friends who are quitting their jobs. I have friends who are making travel a priority now, and just like everything else has to fit around it. So big shifts towards the highest of priorities, the things that have been in your soul to do for a long time. I've heard Vedic astrologers say this is the end of a 19-year cycle. So this is a very long cycle we've been going through, and we're kind of going through a gateway and starting a new beginning in a very psychic, soulful way. So I like this particular eclipse. It is intense. If you need to have a good cry or like have your moment emotionally, go ahead and just have it with no shame, and then figure out what the next steps need to be in your own life. And I'll put all those links below. I hope that helps a little bit on the eclipses in case they're new to you. And yeah, make sure you guys like, subscribe, ask questions, whatever you want. And I will see you next time. Take care. Bye-bye.